Peace, blessings, love, and light. Okay, here we are for an update. I've been in the forest for about a week now. I've been inside the forest, and I think I'll clean up maybe in a couple days. Time to shave it up and look a little nicer. So I just want to give you a basic update about what's it like being a layman turning into a novice monk. And I actually, as you can see already, I think you already know that I've changed temples. I was living inside of a temple, a little monastery inside Siem Reap, and I kind of outgrew that temple for the time being because I was looking for more of a better practice, something closer to the forest monk or tudung or udang, as they say, practice, and it led me to a very beautiful place where I think I've told you before, which is Kulan Mountain. It's not exactly city and it's not temple. It's kind of like your precursor. It's kind of like the before you go to the forest monk and after you leave the city. There's a lot of nature around. I got lost inside the woods for about an hour, and that was not that fun, but I got there and I was in the forest.
So yeah, we're taking a big gigantic hike through the forest, like deep bush and robes. Not a big fan, not really at all. Alright, gotta keep going before a bear eats me. Peace, love, and happiness.
Finally made it back safe to the temple. It was a good experience, and I wouldn't knock any of the experience that I'm having here. And as far as my practice goes, we do practices every day, every morning and every evening, and personal devotional time. We have a lot of personal devotional time. What I have noticed about my own practice here is that it's a good idea. My own personal practice here. You want to stay away from some things that are probably going to be a hindrance on your path, or things that I've noticed that can slow you down in your progress. One of them being talking. Try to keep idle talk to a bare minimal, to a negative. You don't want to sit there and talk all day. The worst thing you want to be is a talker. As far as my observances here, I try to stay away from people who talk a lot. And Buddhism is not about really what you know at all. I don't really care about what people have to say, that they know this and they know that. I'm not really here for the scholastic achieved monk. I'm here for the practice. So at this point, it's more about who practices the most. And usually when people practice, they're not talking, they're always doing. So you want to stay as far away as possible with people that just want to talk. You'll see them talk to you, they'll talk to others while they're working. And it sways you away from the path of practice and staying mindful. That is one hindrance. The other I have observed is endurance. You must have good endurance. Endurance meaning being diligent to your practice. Don't give up even when you want to. Don't give up even when you want to take a rest. If you do take a rest, it's something like you have to make it up later. This is something personal for myself, and also, it's a little bit different because I'm not hoping, if I do this practice, I'm gonna get something out of it, or if I do this is what's gonna happen. Someone's gonna give me, or someone is gonna say. That's not even the reason why you should even be here. Those type of ideas should never even cross your mind as a practitioner. That is something that will actually lead you out of the temple faster, out of the practice faster than anything else. If you're doing things for the sake of beings outside of yourself, then that's all you will get, and you will never claim that peace of mind, or that piece of self-knowledge and self-observance that you really want. So you practice regardless of who's around you and what others say. Always take what people say as a grain of salt. Remember, you know you better than you know yourself, and you know how you develop. The whole point of you being out here in the forest and being out here in nature is so you can observe yourself, observe your mind, observe your habits and the way that you think about things, the way you feel about things, and just to even to the minutest things about timings that you eat. Maybe I eat today at 4 o'clock, and tomorrow I'll eat at 5 o'clock, and to see how your body reacts to it, how your mind and how your habits react to it. You want to get used to a practice that you're doing daily so you can perfect it the best way that you can, and also stay mindful at the same time. And what I mean by mindful is just to be in the presence of the divine, to remember the Dhamma, remember your Buddhitude, your Buddha nature inside of yourself, and try to bring that out to the fullest possibility. I'm not a meditation master. I'm barely a meditation dummy. So it is something that constantly needs work at. Like they say, practicing this type of lifestyle, it is a cultivation. It is something that has to be worked out. It's not about speed, or it's not about being better than the others. It's about being true to yourself. It is about observance of self and staying busy. Oh, also on that point, matter of fact, another hindrance to your path is boredom. You want to stay away from being bored. Keep yourself busy as much as possible. Reading a book. If you can't read a book, then you need to meditate. If you can't meditate, try to remind yourself and say sutras. I don't know what this guy's looking at behind in my shed, but try to memorize as many sutras as you can possible. And that takes a time as well. It's going to take a big chunk of your time trying to memorize all these sutras in a language that is even not yours. There's also things you can be doing. You can be building shelves. You can be building a desk or a table. A lot of bamboo. So bamboo is one of the most durable woods out there. So keep yourself busy. An idle mind is the devil's playground. I don't care who said it. It is the truth. You don't want to be idle. You don't want to have your mind sitting there thinking that you're bored. Saying that you're bored means you're not content with your own practice. If you're bored, that means that you are looking for a way, for something to complain about, and then sooner or later you're going to be leaving leaving the monkhood, taking off your robes and making reasons why you couldn't stay. But the only problem, the reason why you couldn't stay, is because you couldn't maintain your own. You couldn't maintain your own boundaries. You couldn't maintain your own practice yourself. So go slow and take it step by step. Don't try to, there's a lot of things that needs to be worried about. Being out in nature and practicing in nature itself it's a trial, and it's something you're gonna have to use to. Here, I'll give you a story. Yesterday, I was trying to meditate. I was feeling good, feeling the awe of nature, feeling great, and I was trying to meditate. And as I was meditating, this small mouse tried to climb underneath my robe. Not only did it break my meditation, I think I scared the living hell out of the mouse, and it jumped 10 feet in the air and ran. So those little things right there, you have to remember that it is a battle. When you're out here trying to gain a peace of mind. There's a lot of distractions, so you have to try your best not to be distracted and expect things to not always go that you wanted to plan. And just remember to breathe. Breathe in and breathe out, and focus on your breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let things go. Don't think about the future. It hasn't happened yet. And forget about the past, because the past is already done and gone. So the best thing I can possibly tell you to do is focus on the now, and take it slow, and work at your cultivation, work at your farm that you're growing, and you'll reap the harvest of your fruit later on. Just stay focused and be familiar and understand why you're here in the first place. And that's all I got to say to you. Peace, love, and happiness. And I'll talk to you later.